Parkin staff are dedicated to designing facilities that improve the lives of children and parents. Our research introduced us to KIP Canada. This organization supports the underserved needs of children affected by parental incarceration. As a current sponsor, Parkin was invited to join Indigenous artisans associated with KIP as they built a traditional cedar canoe. Please join us in watching this video to learn more about this exciting project.
Hi, my name is Linda Matthews. I'm with Black Wolf Birch Bark Canoe, and along with our team members, the mastermind Wayne Bayer, and our newest two team members, Barry Simon and Dakota Mishma. Basically, we do these projects like canoe builds, and there are others that we do as well, but we focus our these projects on working with the youth. That's one of the big things that we thrive on. Also help them and guide them along the way as well during this whole, during the whole process.
My name is Dakota Mishma. I'm from Mukwamacong on Manitoulin Island, and it is my first build. So everything that I'm seeing is learning, and everything that I'm doing is learning, but it's all hands-on, and that's probably my favorite part.
We harvest everything ourselves, in the bush, as I like to say. Every single material, from the birch bark, to the cedar, to the black spruce root, even to the pine bark. We take the bark, like there's a tiny little window to where we can get the bark, and we basically cut into the bark of the tree, and not too much, because we don't want to kill the tree. Because once you take that bark off, years later, it grows back. It's called the second growth. And yeah, this is a piece of black spruce root. Basically, this is rounder. I don't have a piece that is the way it looks when we take it out of the ground, but basically it's round, it's covered in bark, and we basically coil it up and we soak it, boiling water. And what we do is we split it in half. Like that's the rule with almost every piece. Half, 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 half. Soak it again for a little bit, depending, and then we peel the bark off with our hands and coil it up, put it in the water, and she's ready to go. These are the ribs. They're split, as you can see right there. There's some of the pieces there, but obviously we start a big log like this sometimes. Size varies, of course, and we get them to, about that-ish. And then we shave them down on the shaving horses, as you've seen inside with the draw knife. We shave them down to the thickness we want. Again, soak them in boiling hot water for a while. We take them, put them down, our knees on there, and just start bending them. As you see there, that where it's all black, that's the pine pitch. Basically, we seal up all the seams all along the entire canoe so that no leaks whatsoever. It's a mixture of pine gum, bear fat, and charcoal. And we get it to the consistency that we want, and then it's like, hey, time to put it on.
I don't remember. But yeah, I feel like these days
Indigenous cause, Mangan Dodum, Nagigan Dodum, Wissahickon First Nations, Toronto, Turtle Island. So my name is White Feathered Woman, and I come from obviously we all have a spirit, and Wabishgizi Miigwankwe means balance. It's White Feathered Woman. So if you ever seen a eagle's tail, it has feathers, and they're straight feathers, and they have a lifeline that goes straight. That gives the eagle balance to soar above those clouds, as well as soar to those grounds to pick up and carry those carry our tobacco, the gift of tobacco in our hand with our prayers in it. And that carries, the eagle carries it above the skies to Creator. And that's those messages, the messenger of our animals and what our names mean as each individual. So this is mine, mine's balance. As a visual person and as a person who has a lot of gifts through my great-grandmother Rosie Rice, I haven't met her, but I know that my ancestors lived through me, and the ideas that we have and the creative mindset that we have is through our ancestors. That's where it comes, that intergenerational wisdom. So that wisdom carried me through this vision, and this vision was about this canoe with messages on it in orange shirts all along the canoe. The medicines that will be used in Canoe will be the cedar. The cedar is a protection medicine. There'll be sweetgrass along the top of it, as well as a display of a dress, a jingle dress with messages in the cones to send these babies and children who didn't make it home from residential schools. We're not going to be able to find out who their families are. So that memory of these messages to the babies and the children is something that I really wanted to create. And this vision that happened to happen the way that it was. And you know, when I seen this canoe, it's traveling, but it has youth in it. It has these youth in that canoe leading that ceremony, leading the way for us, you know, and the generations behind, their children. And it will be a huge ceremony for all those babies and children. And tomorrow we will be feasting the spirit of the canoe, because the bark of the trees might be off of it, the roots might be pulled out. However, when we feast our items, when we feast our bundles, when we feast ourselves and our spirit names, that brings our spirit back alive and understanding who we are and reclaiming our identity. And that's what I want to show the youth, and that's why we're here doing this canoe build. We got to look out for each other, because like we have in the logo of Wingash, it's about keeping that strength. We don't let go. When we have our hands, we let go. But this is about finding that strength within all unity, because a lot of our youth carry different backgrounds and cultures to them. So now we have to find that strength. And that's what Wingash means, strength within the braid. Wingash is a braid of medicine. And when you pull it apart, it doesn't pull. And that's exactly how we should be all together. And so this is the steps to get there, and this is how we're making these stories come to life with the canoe build, with the vision behind the canoe build, and the creative mind of all those youth.
I just like to try and make a difference, you know, in somebody, like in these kids. You know, doesn't matter what they're going through or, you know, whatever it may be. I just want to make sure they feel good, make a difference, make them happy.
You don't know what people are going through, so always be kind.
So I want to say Bama P, because Bama P means see you later. We have no words in goodbye, because we never believed that we would ever not see somebody. We always believe that in spirit world we're always connected with each other, because we're not just human beings, we have a spiritual life connected to us. Shume Blech.